People, what is good? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you can all see me clearly. Please let me know. Please let me know, for starters, if you can hear and see me clearly. If you can actually see the quality of my camera as well. Let me know, people. Let me know. It's been a great day. It's been a great day, I must say. It's been a great day. And something tells me that it's going to be a fantastic week coming up. Yeah. Something tells me it's going to be a fantastic week. First and foremost, people, first of all, thank you for tuning in. I know it's late hours. I know it. Tommy Fury and Jake Paul starting in about an hour and a half or so. So I'm not going to keep this one too long. I just wanted to come on here, talk my shit a little bit, slander the ops, and keep it stepping, man. That's all I wanted to do. But people, for those who are here already, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Listen, a couple man, they got humbled. They were eating humble pie. Football is a humbler. Yeah. Sometimes super teams, they get humbled, right? Sometimes super teams get humbled. You must, just because we've beaten you today, don't let any Chelsea fans, any person watching this, yeah, Chelsea fans are going to use today's justification and say, look, how can you say you expect us to get top four? We can't even beat a poor Spurs side. Don't let them escape their expectations. Do not let Chelsea fans run away from their expectations, yeah? They have spent 600 million quid more plus. Yeah. They have spent a lot of peas. Do not let these Chelsea fans escape from their expectations. I'll say it again. Don't let today's result make you let these Chelsea fans off the hook when it comes to their expectations for this season, because this is utterly pathetic. Yeah, I'm going to talk about all the good things that Spurs did. But you know what? Let me be real, because I pride myself on being real. I don't think Spurs played that well today. Genuinely, I don't. There were some good performers, no doubt, and I'll touch on those good performers. But I don't think Spurs played that well today. Yeah, I don't think we did. Like 8 shots at home, 3 on target. The only thing we did of real note in the first half was the Højbjerg move that hit the post. Second half, much improved performance. But again, it was like we were beating a wounded dog, because that's what Chelsea were today. They were a pathetic wounded chihuahua. They had no bite. All bark, no bite. They had nothing. Yeah. I've been supporting Spurs my whole life, practically. Right? And when Tottenham play Chelsea, I expect a battle. Because I've grown up with Chelsea being vastly superior to Spurs, and I'll admit that, vastly superior to Spurs, right? So when we beat them, we have to play really well. We have to be on our A game to beat them. Today, that did not look like a side that were capable of coming to our ground, which is nuts. Yeah. When you looked at both the lineup, sorry, I'm back now. Can you not see me? Sorry, I'm back now. Yeah. So let me know if you can see me. I know I froze earlier on. Yeah, sorry, my internet. I told you about this. My internet is dodgy. Yeah, but yeah. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. Can you not hear and see me? Yes. Okay, I'm back. Cool. Right. So what I wanted to say was that Chelsea team, when you compared the squads, when you compared the starting 11s, right? When I saw the starting 11s today, how does that Chelsea team have the plethora of talent that they have and put in that performance? How is that possible? How on earth is that possible? Can someone explain to me? How do you have Enzo Fernandez, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, Ben Chilwell, Reece James, João Felix, yeah, Ziyech was shit, and Shai Havertz, right? When you compare that lineup to Fraser Forster, Emerson Royale, Romero, Dyer, Longley, Ben Davies, Højbjerg, Skip in the midfield, and then Kulu, Kane, Richarlison. Obviously, the attack is the main part. But when you looked at both teams on paper, it was a mismatch. On paper, it was a mismatch, right? But this Chelsea team are so so poor. I'll repeat. I don't think Spurs played well today. I don't genuinely. I don't think we played that well today. I really don't. Yeah. Emerson Royale, he did his thing. He put in another good performance. Skip, he did his thing. He played well. I felt like defensively, we're getting better. Defensively, we did what we needed to do today. But in terms of putting it on the opposition, right, and actually playing a really good game of football and working the opposition, I don't think Spurs played that well today. I don't. I really don't. Yeah. And yet we beat them comfy 2-0. It was a comfortable win. Comfy. Do you know how brazy that is to say? That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. But as I said, people, make sure you smash the like button as you come in. Make sure you keep your post notifications turned on. So give my channel a cheeky subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me just quickly go through some comments, and then I'm going to get. Let me start off with the super chats as well. Big up for you lot sending the super chat. So, okay. So Nomad says, do you think United can beat Chelsea? Absolutely. Absolutely. United were the better side than Chelsea at Old Trafford, right? Why can't they beat at Stamford Bridge? Why can't they beat Chelsea at Old Trafford? United's home record this season has actually been really good. And when they've come up against the big sides, they've beaten all of the teams. They've beaten Liverpool, they've beaten Man City, they beat us, they beat Arsenal, right? Why can't they? Why can't they? Ash says Romero top. Yep, he was. Emerson consistent. Agreed. Richie zero quality. He was poor today. He was poor today. He did some couple good things, but he was poor. I'm going to talk on Richarlison as well because he was poor. He needs to do better. Has to do better. He was really bad today. Yeah, but let's actually talk about it. Let me even go through some more comments as well. Strictly Sports says Chelsea are shit. P Doob says you must. Yes, they must. One second. Let's see. Big up Lee in the chat as well, chatting shit as per. What's he said now? He said, I hide this comment. So if I go here, no excuse for not getting top four, right? Yeah, I agree. But I said this at the start of the season. Top four, we have to get top four. Even it doesn't matter what happens. Even if Liverpool go on a run, etc., if Spurs don't get top four this season, it's ridiculous. If they don't get top four, it's a failure. Let me just save some super chats as well. Sorry, honestly. One sec. People, let me actually explain the story about my internet. Yeah. So let me tell you this. So I've my new place that I'm at, right? Sorry, man. Sorry, guys. Honestly, people are saying frozen. Okay, I'm back now. Can you not hear me? Can you hear me? Yes or no? Let me know if you can hear me. Honestly, like, yeah, I think I should be back now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is the most frustrating thing ever, honestly. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, right? So I think I'm back now, right? I think I'm back now, honestly. Let me tell you this, yeah. So I'm gonna make it quick. Yeah. I moved into a new flat at the start of the year, right? For some reason or another, this area within the wider area I'm in is the only area that doesn't have fiber, which is crazy to me. I didn't know this until like a week before I moved in, right? And I have tried to find every solution possible. I'm paying like £60 a month for my alternative, and my alternative doesn't even work properly, which is what I'm on now, right? It is a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. I'm paying £60 a month. That's more. That's more than I paid before for better speeds. For better speeds. Let me tell you lot the rule. For better speeds, I was paying less. Now I'm paying more. I don't even get the same speed. But anyway, let me not spend too much time on this. Let me not spend too much time on this. I hope you lot can all see me now. I think it should be working now. I think it should be working now. Yeah, let me get back onto the matter at hand, right? Chelsea, when I looked at their lineup, I've said to myself, no matter what lineup they play, Spurs should just go and win this game. Spurs should just go and win this game. And let me even start with Spurs' lineup as well, because I think they were right to keep the same team again, to be honest. I think they were right. If I go through the right wing back situation, Emerson Royal is playing his best football for Spurs right now, so it wouldn't make sense to drop him. Albeit we know that Pedro Porro is there, but it wouldn't make sense to drop Emerson Royal, especially with a game of this magnitude, when he's actually playing his best football for Spurs. So understood. The rest of the team as well, Romero picks itself. Unfortunately for Eric Dyer, the only person that we can rotate him with is Longley. And Longley had to play left centre back because Ben Davies was playing left wing back. And Ben Davies had to play left wing back because Perisic simply cannot start this game. The form Perisic is in at the moment, he should not have played, and they made the right call. He shouldn't have played because Perisic on that left-hand side up against Ziyech and up against Reece James would have struggled defensively because he is not good defensively. He is not good defensively. So completely understood. The midfield, listen, they played Skip against West Ham. This is how many consecutive games Skip has played for Spurs right now. So yeah, I didn't really have too much of an issue with the midfield. And then the front three, I was really happy they played with Richarlison. Yeah, I know that he was poor today, and I know he didn't play well against West Ham, but he needs to actually start getting a feel of this team again. He needs to start playing games regularly. Yeah, that is what will help with his confidence. So I was glad that he started today, and plus I think Son has been much more impactful coming off the bench. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the lineup. The actual game itself, as I said, I didn't actually think we were that good. First half was similar to the West Ham game for me in a sense where it was just boring. It was so boring. So boring. Sorry, my internet is just, yeah, it's a joke. But yeah, I felt like the first half was poor. Chelsea didn't really offer much. Spurs didn't really offer much. Like outside of the Højbjerg shot that hit the post, the next best thing we did in terms of attacking was a shot that came dragged wide on the left-hand side. Chelsea, Raheem Sterling for me was their most threatening player in the first half, but even then, poor. Let me just go through some super chats. People, as you're joining in, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. If you haven't subscribed already, smash the like button and hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed as well. Let me go through some super chats. So Ryan says, evening Tobes, not really too bothered about the performance at the moment. Top 4 and FA Cup is a must. I agree, bro. I agree. Today wasn't even about playing fantastic football. Today was simply about winning. Arpoof says, finally, a decent performance from Longley. Also, Ben Davies has to be our left wing back until the end of the season. Also, big up Richie. Put up an absolute shift. Fair play. KD says, Tobes, do you think Spurs play with freedom when Conte isn't there in the sidelines controlling their every movement? You know what? On that super chat, I actually don't think Spurs are doing much more differently to how they would play under Conte. I was discussing this with a couple of my friends at the game today in the ground, and I feel like the pressing is better, and defensively, yeah, we've been better, but I would expect us to be relatively decent defensively up against a side who have only scored 1 goal all month in Chelsea, and up against a West Ham side who are like the joint. Well, maybe not so much this weekend now because they hit Nottingham Forest for like 4 or 5 goals yesterday. But West Ham are goal shy, right? So for me, these games are not a true indicator of like how well you are defensively, because a lot of people are finding it easy to keep the likes of Chelsea and West Ham at bay. But it's good that we now have 3 clean sheets back to back at home. It's good. And it's good that we're actually finally able to beat some of these so-called Big Six sides at our ground. Right? But anyway, yeah, people are saying your Wi-Fi best get better for Big Six Toes. Mate, my Wi-Fi is normally holds up for the Big Six. I can't lie. It normally holds up for the Big Six. But anyway, yeah, I feel like with that freedom point, one thing that is a discussion worth having is whether the players, like you said, whether the players do better without that sort of micromanagement, because Conte is quite vocal, he's quite demanding on the touchline as well. He's always shouting, barking instructions. So I think you may have a point that maybe with him not being on the touchline, the players know that like their every touch won't be scrutinized to the level that it normally has been this season. So it's a fair point to make. I must say, it's a fair point to make. Usman says, big up, unrelated, I know, but let me get your top 3 UK albums. I will. It depends on the year. Do you mean of all time? If it's of all time, I don't know. And it depends on the genre. Is it rap? Yeah. Is it grime? What is it? Is it like sort of like R&B? What is it? Let me know. Anyway, people asking me if I cooked Matisse. I called Matisse on his stream. He answered my call, and trust me, Matisse is going to get cooked tomorrow. But yeah, no, like I felt like today we did enough to win. We were win. Oh God, definitely deserving of our 2-0 win. I feel like Chelsea, yeah, they just didn't really have anything to throw at us, man. I don't think they had anything to throw at Spurs today. They didn't, right? And it's crazy to say that when you got Enzo Fernandez, Mudryk, João Felix, Shai Havertz, Aubameyang, Sterling, they didn't have anything to throw at Spurs. My Wi-Fi is a shambles. Absolutely, bro. My Wi-Fi sucks. It's fucking cheeks. It's crap. And it pisses me off, bro. Absolutely pisses me off. But I have to make do. It's telling me that it's running well now, but I don't believe it. I do not believe it. But anyway, Chelsea they were poor, man. I felt like today, Ben Chilwell, I think he struggled really bad. Kulusevski had him on toast in 1v1 duels. I felt like Emerson, very comfortable with the ball when he was given the ball in Chelsea's half. I felt like when Thiago Silva went off the pitch, that was basically sort of like, yeah, like we've got a greater foothold on this game. Like, I genuinely don't have loads to say about this game, man, because normally I like to microanalyze, but there's not much analysis that you need to do for today. Like, Chelsea were actually shit and Spurs were calm. Spurs did enough to win the game. Sorry, I've got the PSG game in the background, right? So all I have to do is talk about individual performances. People ask me, is it Virgin Media? Because no, it's not Virgin. I told you guys, I can't get fiber here, right? So the next best performer for internet is the mobile broadband, right? So it's the GigaCube, the Vodafone GigaCube. That's what I'm using. But I need fiber. I can't be doing these streams without fiber. But anyway, people, smash the like button. Smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, yeah? Smash the like button and hit the subscribe button, right? Thank you. But yeah, I guess the best I can do is talk about our players. What went good, what went not so good. So, as I said, when you actually look at the stats, yeah, it was a very mediocre Spurs performance, I'll be real. Very, very mediocre, right? We had 41% possession. We had 8 shots in total, 3 on target, 1 big chance created and converted, courtesy of Harry Kane. And once we hit the woodwork. Chelsea had 10 shots on target. 10 shots, 2 on target, 0 big chances created. So we were up against a team that were thoroughly toothless throughout the game, right? But I want to talk about the players that actually played well today for Spurs, right? Fucking hell. This internet is pissing me off. But yeah, I want to talk about the players that actually played well, right? And I'm going to start with my man of the match. My man of the match today was Oliver Skipp. Yeah, Oliver Skipp today put in a really, really good shift, right? And I don't just mean, just hustle and bustle. He was diligent in his work. Yeah. In his ground jewels, he won. Oh, what a finish from Mbappe. Flipping hell, this guy is amazing. What a finish. I've just seen the goal. I've just seen the goal. But on Ollie Skipp, yeah, today he did his work well. He did his work well, right? He did his work well. He won the majority of his ground jewels. Yeah, he was winning the ball back in key moments for Spurs, right? Didn't shy away from the 50-50s. And when the moment presented itself for him to mark the game with a bit of quality, he did that. That goal as well, by the way, I felt like Kepa was so shit for the initial effort. Me personally, I felt like Emerson Royale should have put a lot more power on his effort, but for whatever reason, Kepa's not caught it. Enzo Fernandez has panicked, and he's at fault again. He's panicked, booted it away. Oliver Skipp, what I mean by winning his duels, winning the 50-50, gets there first. Make sure he gets the ball first, gets there first ahead of João Felix, and then hits a shot that Kepa can't save, man. So Skipp, that's his first ever goal for Spurs. Big up to him, man. Big up to him. Yeah. I wanted Pape Matar Sarr to start against West Ham, and I think Sarr is the better of the two. But listen, Skipp played well today. Yeah. Skipp is a player that should be playing more football for Spurs. That doesn't mean that he should be starting week in, week out. That doesn't mean that he's the one that we should build a team around. It means, simply put, that he's a player that we should have utilized a lot more than we have done this season. And that's on the manager and the backroom staff for not utilizing Skipp. He's been fit for yonks, and these guys aren't getting minutes. Use them. Use them, because when you need them and you can call upon them and they can give you performances like that, it makes our squad stronger. Simple. Simple. But big up Oliver Skip. Man of the match performance today. And I'm glad he did that, man. I'm glad he did that. Great goal, man. The South End went crazy when he scored that goal. Fantastic goal. What a day to mark your first goal for Spurs, man. Big up to him. Emerson Royale. I don't know what is happening here. Genuinely, I don't know what is happening here. Yeah. Confidence is one hell of a drug. It is, because this Emerson Royale is unrecognizable from the Emerson Royale that I saw against Leeds in the home game when we won 4-3, right? It's unrecognizable. Yeah. PSG are going to PSG are destroying Marseille, by the way. Destroying them. But this Emerson Royale performance is unrecognizable. Emerson, he's not even hanging wide. He's playing as like our inverted option. And I feel like that's actually kind of clever, right? I feel like he helps us in defensive phases in that position when it comes to winning the ball back and getting tackles in. And I think on the ball, credit to Emerson, he's actually been useful. When he picks up the ball in those spaces, he's actually driving into the final third. He's finding the likes of Kulusevski. He's finding the likes of Højbjerg. Sometimes he's even finding Harry Kane. Emerson is not playing like he's a net negative on our system. He's actually enhancing the system in recent games. And we have to give him credit for that. It doesn't mean that he's the solution going forward, but at this point in time, we have to give him credit. Emerson Royale, he's putting in a shift and he's making himself undroppable. And that's what we want. Yeah. Listen, my views on Emerson are my views on Emerson. And I know what I want at the end of the season, but I don't. God, this internet is so shit, man. But the point it keeps pissing me off, man. The point I was making is I don't control Spurs. Yeah. Only Conte, Stellini, and Mason control the lineups. So all Emerson Royale can do is make sure he is playing well enough that he is not a detractor on the team and for the manager to not want to drop him. Yeah. Right now, he is doing those things for Spurs. He is. He really is. And it's nuts. It's crazy to say. But Emerson Royale, another good performance for him. He's been one of our most consistent players in 2023. And then Ben Davies. Listen, Perisic, you lot know my views on Perisic. I like Perisic. I think he's a good player, but his form has been shocking since the resumption of the league. Since the return of the league from the World Cup, Perisic has been awful. I think a lot of it is down to the fact that he's not a natural defender. And I also think that has been exacerbated by him playing a lot of football because of Cesar's injury, right? Playing more football than we want from a 34-year-old Perisic. But Ben Davies has stepped in, and what he lacked for going forward, he makes up for in his defensive situation, man. He makes up for in his defensive situations because yet again today, defensively, he was excellent. Aerial duels, excellent. Ground duels, excellent. Interceptions, excellent. Was solid against West Ham last week as well. And then even when we played Man City, when he was playing left centre back, he was fantastic in that game. Yeah. Ben Davies is one of these funny players, man, because technically he's like, if I'm being 100% honest, I don't think Ben Davies is a bad player, right? The problem with Spurs is we have too many Ben Davies type players. Players who can do a job on occasion, players who can put together 5, 6, 7 games where they can play really well. But the moment they start playing week in, week out, you see their true level, right? But that speaks to a wider problem that Spurs have in terms of the balance of our squad. But I don't want to take away from Ben Davies' performance. I think today he was excellent again, right? He was excellent again today, so he deserves his props. And I think, especially when we're playing up against sides who have weapons similar to what Chelsea have, right? In Reece James, a strong right back or right wing back who can attack well. And then you have the likes of Noni, Ziyech, etc., threatening players. Okay, get it. I get it. Ziyech was shit today. He was shit today, right? But you know what I mean. Yeah, players that look threatening offensively, those are the type of games you don't really want to see Perisic play because he can't really hack those type of players. He can't hack. He can't hack those games where his game is going to be defined on what he does defensively instead of offensively, right? But big up to Ben Davies. Big up to Ben Davies. Yeah, Kulusevski, I thought it was a much better performance from Kulu today. This is probably the best I've seen him look in weeks. Not saying he was fantastic. Still got a long way to go because he's been playing really badly. But today was much more like the old Kulusevski. Yeah, I felt like every single time he was up against Ben Chilwell couldn't live with him. It's way too strong. Way too strong. People are saying go to McDonald's and use their Wi-Fi, mate. I would if I could right now. But anyway, let's talk on the attack because I don't actually think Harry Kane played that well today. I think I like the spin he did on Reece James in the first half. I felt like one or two passes he was good, and he took his goal well. I like Kane for his ability to just stay sharp, stay alert on those set pieces. Smart goal. But his all-round performance today, I don't think he was that good. And Richarlison as well, I thought he was quite poor today, offensively. Like, I get it. He did his work diligently, defensively. I heard he won the ball back on occasion, and he definitely played his part in the lead up to the chance that led to Skip's shots. Right? He did well there to get the ball into Kulusevski. But unfortunately, with Richarlison, with the money that he cost and the position he's playing, we need to see a greater impact. We need to see a greater impact. I like the fact that they allowed him to play 90 minutes. I didn't like the fact that obviously 30% of it was him playing right wing, which isn't where he's good at. But PSG are in again. But ultimately, I feel like it's his turn to be allowed to play his way through bad form, right? And what I mean by that is we've allowed Kulusevski to play his way through bad form. We've been way too reluctant to drop some throughout the season. Richarlison has never really had a run in this team. He's had a lot of injury problems, right? And he was getting like 5, 10, 15 minutes a piece, right? I think he's only started like 4, 5, 6 Premier League games this season out of 20 something. It was good that they allowed him to see out the 90 minutes. Yes, he's not playing well right now. He's not playing at the level we need him to be offensively. Yeah, that's a great save. But this is not his true level. Offensively, we all know Richarlison can play way better than this. Is it good? No, it's poor. His level right now is poor. But is this the best version of Richarlison? Absolutely not. He can play better. And he needs a run. He needs a run. This is actually interesting. I didn't notice this as well. I didn't notice this from Swan X. So Swanee X. Richarlison played poorly, but our record when he starts a game is incredible. I think we have only lost one league game when he has started. That's mad. I'm trying to think which one it was as well. Yeah, that's mad. I didn't realize that, you know. I didn't realize that. That's nuts. And I think the super sub thing suits Son at this point in time. Listen, we all know that Son on his day is a better player than Richarlison, but we bought Richarlison for 60 million. Yes, he's been poor in most of the games he's coming on or starting in, right? But he needs a run. He's someone I feel like once he gets his first goal, more will come. He needs a run of games, right? And we have Sheffield United midweek on Wednesday. Oh God, this internet is so shit, man. I want to see him start again. Sheffield United away, right? I would like to see Danjuma play on the left, Richarlison play through the middle, Kulusevski play on the right. That's what I would like to see, right? That is exactly what I'd like to see. Or Danjuma play on the left, Richarlison play central, and Lucas Moura play on the right. And then you play a Højbjerg with a Sarr, or you play Sarr and Skip, right? He needs to play. He needs to play regularly. He needs to play regularly. People are slewing my Wi-Fi, and rightly so, man. This thing is shit, man. Let me show you what I'm working with, people, right? Yeah, you see this white thing here. Yeah. I don't know how you point this. Yeah. You see this white thing here? That is it. That is it. And this thing is fucking pissing me off. Really pissing me off. But anyway, yeah, Richarlison wasn't good today. He was poor. He was very, very poor today. But I'm glad that we persisted in giving him minutes. He needs to start scoring, no doubt. Yeah. He needs to start scoring, no doubt. But I'm glad that he's getting minutes now. So, yeah. People are saying my Wi-Fi is an Alexa. It's not an Alexa, bro. It's not an Alexa, man. It's I told you, it's a gigacube. I can't get fiber in this area, which pisses me off. Fucking pisses me off. People are saying, what Wi-Fi is that? PlusNet. Listen, folks, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm not going to be here for long. I'm probably going to go on for maybe like another 5-10 minutes if my Wi-Fi permits, and then I'll let you lot get off and watch the Tommy Fury and Jake Paul fight. Who do you lot think is going to win that fight? Let me know in the comments anyway. Who do you think is going to win? Right? Who do you think is going to win? But yeah, like, that's my thoughts on Richie. That's my thoughts on Richie. On the top 4 race as well, like, it was imperative that we won this weekend, right? Especially considering who we were playing. We are now, let me check the table. One sec. Let me check the table for you guys. Romero was really good as well today. I felt like, you know what it is with Romero? Romero was really good today, but at times, because he's so calm on the ball, he's almost too lax. I don't like that. Sometimes be a bit more urgent. He's so urgent off the ball. He's ultra urgent off the ball. He's way too proactive off the ball. But on the ball, sometimes he can be a little bit too lax. And at times, like maybe once or twice today, it led to him losing the ball. Sometimes, bro, just play the pass quick. But yeah, if I look at the table now, so we've obviously played one game more, right, than Chelsea, but we are 14 points ahead of Chelsea. They got a game in hand. We are 4 points ahead of Newcastle. They got 2 games in hand. We are 4 points behind Man United. They have got 1 game in hand. We are 9 points ahead of Liverpool. They have 2 games in hand, right? So the way I see it is this. We are in the driving seat for top 4. I'm still not going to change my mind on top 4. I need to see this consistency prolonged, right? What are we going to do between now and the end of the season? Beating Chelsea is great, and it was needed because having that pathetic run of results against Chelsea on new ground just wasn't on. So it was good to get that monkey off our back, right? It was great to beat Man City. It was good to beat West Ham. Now, can you be consistent for a 4, 5, 6, even 7 game stretch? Because that is what put us into the top 4 last year. Yeah, we beat Man City last year, and then we went and lost to flipping Burnley. Getting these one-off wins against sides in and around you is great. But what will set us apart from these sides is the consistency. We need to be consistent. And on the FA Cup as well, my God, we better take this cup seriously. If you beat Sheffield United, you are into the last 8 of this cup. Beat Sheffield United. We still have enough to play for this season. We still have enough to play for this season. Najir says top 4 and FA Cup run is a must. Facts. We must. I will not getting dumped out by Sheffield United. I will not accept Spurs, missing out on top 4. I won't. I don't think we're going to get it right now, but doesn't mean I will accept it. It is going to be a failure regardless. If Tottenham do not get I fucking hate this Wi-Fi. It's pissing me off. Listen, people, I'm sorry about the stream, man. Sorry. I will make it up to you tomorrow on the Big 6, right? Stellini as well. 4 wins out of 4. People are saying uncomfortable conversations. I don't think it is uncomfortable. Are you watching a new Spurs? Do you see in these 4 games Spurs have played when Stellini's managed? Have you seen a completely different Spurs? I haven't. I think we've pressed a little bit better, but I've not seen a completely different Spurs. But listen, I don't want to take anything away from him. Props to him and Ryan Mason for doing the job in the manager's in these guys' ear regularly. But I'm gonna X the stream, guys. Now, people, man, please, the Wi-Fi, please. Chelsea are mudded. Yeah, the super team allegations aren't going away though. Spurs won today. Great. Chelsea lost today. Hold that, Chelsea. Hold that, Matisse. Hold that, Eunice. Hold that, Monster. Hold that, Lewis. Who else? Who else do I hate from Chelsea that are ups? Hold that, Chesiawa, Babs, Dansoff, all of them. Hold that. But people, I'm going to be back around Tuesday to talk about the Sheffield United game because this Wi-Fi is pissing me off. As I said, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn your post notifications on. The THFC show is going to be back this week as well. Me and Fuad, we've got a lot to discuss. So keep your post notifications on my channel and on his channel. THFC show will be back this week, right? And hopefully the next time you guys hear me, it's going to be celebrating Spurs getting through to the 6th round of the FA Cup. Until then, take care. Peace out and up the Spurs.